Oh man, we are back. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, man, we got some really good movies, but I don't remember which movies we saw in the theater because we watch a lot
I'm
of
trying.
movies.
I'm trying to think. I think I've got it. But more importantly, we've got a new brand.
Oh
I'm really
yeah,
excited to show this off.
I am
Ready?
excited. Yeah, I'm ready, man. Let's go.
Let's do it. What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining us. This is the Faces for Radio podcast. I am your host, David, aka the 4K Lowdown, and my co-host is
Rich, aka Turner Fan 77.
Rich. Brother, it's been 2 weeks. We're back.
Yes,
Our first live together. How you feeling? How was your break?
man, it was great. I know we did a couple pre-recorded episodes, but I ain't gonna lie, Dave, man, it is not the same.
It's not the same, bro.
Dude, before we even get started, man, I want to give a shout out to 4K D-Ray because if it wasn't for him, I don't think we would have done this. We chatted a little bit on Instagram, but who would have thought? I don't know when that battle was. It's been a bit.
That was forever ago, maybe like March of last year.
Yeah, but I am so glad that happened because I mean, you were like a brother to me. So,
Thank you.
Same
here.
Able to do this with you. 28 episodes of this. I don't know how many countdowns. Take 2 Tuesdays. But I just want to thank you, and I appreciate you doing what you do. So I just want to thank you.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate that, man. Brother, you too. I was just like, man, I can't imagine doing this with anyone else, and it's been great ever since that first time where I'm like, man, I really hate talking to myself. And you jumped on the chat and I was like, dude, you want to come on?
I remember that.
And here's the link. Let's go. And then it's been full tilt boogie from then on out. And it's been an amazing ride. I got to say, it's been great. And once again, congratulations on breaking the 200 mark.
Oh, thank you, man. You're close, right?
I'm at 199. I need one more.
Come on.
I need one more. But a big thanks to Dell Movies. I was on his show last night and he got me 3 subs.
Awesome.
Because I was at 196. I'm at 199 right now. So you guys, throw the, share this, like it, do all the stuff, see if we can get that last one so I can, make my goal a few months early, which would be great.
Yeah. We set our goal at 200 by the end of the year.
Yeah, I know. And that was good. I mean, you passed that like a month ago, at least.
Well, something like that.
Let's see who's on. We got Caveman.
Hey, what's up, Caveman?
Take Out All Your Aggressions by Will Smith and that like button for these wonderful, amazing people. Thanks, you brother. I appreciate that. He is the movie Guy because his name is Guy. And really just in the last couple of weeks, I've become really good friends with Caveman. He's a great guy. And watched his Steelbook tournament. He did a great job placing 4th, and I wish him the best of luck in the finals. We've got our good buddy Harrison. Thank you so much, brother, for joining on. Really old movies, and we've got him on the 27th of this month for his high five.
And I just started his list of movies, and
I'm procrastinating to do some of those, but I will do them. I promise Harrison I will do it. Even the one at the end that I really don't want to see, I will watch it just for you, brother. And I know
started Gone with the Wind, and yeah.
It's going to be interesting. And we got Sarah. Sarah, thanks so much for joining us.
Sarah? How you doing,
Appreciate
man?
it. Chris is on. What's
Hey,
up,
what's
Chris?
up, Chris?
Thanks so much.
See you tomorrow.
And Sarah says, Rich and David, shout out for this amazing channel. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We appreciate you.
Mark's on. Hey, guys. Finally
What's up,
got to
Mark?
catch the live show. Great. I mean, yeah, we moved it to Tuesday just for you, brother. So
Yeah.
I'm glad you came on. Oh, man. Let's see. David, you were a great video with Del. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that, Sarah.
That was
fun. I had a blast with Del. And a big happy birthday to him. I know he is boycotting technology today. He is trying not to be online. But he and I, we were on for 2.5 hours, just chatting about our movie swap. He liked my pick. I liked his pick, but we didn't love it. I could still consider those wins. It was a lot of fun. It was a great show. Had a great blast with him, and then we stayed on to celebrate his birthday and take questions from the chat and talk to people, and it was a lot of fun. I had a blast. I was really happy to get that.
Hey, what's up,
Evan, we've got you on the 10th of August, brother.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to talk.
He picked some pretty good movies.
Yeah, he picked some good movies.
They may not be in my top 5, but they're pretty good movies.
Oh, yeah, see now. But yeah, this is the major leagues as far as movie picks for the week. I mean, we've got 4 theatrical releases and one that's brand new to
Netflix.
Almost said Redbox to Netflix. So, and it's a sequel to a movie that was pretty good. I like the original too.
I wouldn't call it a sequel. I would
maybe
call
a
it
spin-off.
like
It's kind of a
story.
It's kind of happening at the same point or something like that. I mean, yeah. Rich coming in hot with the top 5 joke.
I missed you, Evan.
He had to beat you to the punch, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But man, I had a great time on my vacation, and
I'm glad you did, man.
Big shout out to my wife for our 29th anniversary. I love you so much, but
Happy anniversary.
and I know she puts up with me. It's between doing this and having that. She puts up with a lot, and she absolutely deserves our time together.
Yeah.
So
and she seems like, I seen your pictures on Facebook. You guys looked happy, looked like you were having fun. So it's just seriously from me, congratulations.
Thank you, brother. I really appreciate that. And it's just a really, really simple thing I learned, kind of a simple philosophy with my marriage. And take it as you will, my friends. But they say in life you live every day like it's your last. But in a relationship or in a marriage, live every day like it's your first. Mm-hmm. That's the best advice I could give. It's really simple to don't get bored, don't get complacent, communicate, talk to each other, just be happy. My wife and I have been together. We've been together almost 35 years.
That's awesome.
I met her when I was 19 and I was like, I'm done. That's it. She's it. That's the one I want. Took her a while to say yes. In fact, I don't think she ever actually said yes. But
you just wore it down. You wore it down.
I wore it down. She knuckled under and said, I guess I'll marry you now. Or I think I'm not going to be able to get rid of you. So, that's kind of why Sarah's like, both you and Del, same age as my brother and one of my friends from Special Olympics. Thanks for supporting my channel. Oh, you know what? Love your channel, Sarah.
You have a great channel. You do.
Great channel. And for you guys, it's the Master of All Movies Presswood DVD collector. If you guys get a chance and you haven't subbed to her, please do so.
Yeah, I do.
And thank you so much. And Del and I are actually a year apart. He just turned 52 today. And I'm 53, so we're right there. Are you sure? Have you had your nap, Dave? Yes, I've had my nap. I've got my drip pan. So I'm ready. I'm ready to go. Thanks, Mark. I appreciate that, brother. Okay, so yeah, we've got 5 movies to talk about.
We do 5.
We do 5 every week. Since we did 2 recorded episodes, that means there were no theatrical releases. So this week is pretty much all theatrical releases. So we're going to take a look at Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. We're going to take a look at Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. We're going to take a look at Joyride, and we're going to take a look at Insidious the Red Door. Plus Bird Box Barcelona, which is on Netflix right now.
Mm-hmm.
So getting to our number 5 movies, but first, are you ready?
Love a grand adventure.
Because I'm ready for a grand adventure, and we're getting to I'm going to say the 5th highest. I'm not going to say the lowest score of the week. It is the lowest score of the week, but our 5th highest score of the week is Insidious the Red Door.
Yeah.
I get the impression that you weren't as happy with this movie.
No, because I rewatched the first 2. Okay.
Yeah. Which is good. This is a direct sequel from 2.
It just felt like the same thing. It felt like they were in the Ether, whatever that place was called. And to me, it was very repetitive of the first 2. And I really liked the first one, but the second one wasn't as good as the first one. And then this one, I was like, I don't need to see this again. I mean, I do like the relationship between the father and the son, how it deteriorated. I did like that. But that's really. Oh, I like his roommate. I really dug her for some reason.
I dug her too. I like the roommate. She was sassy and a smart aleck, but she stuck by him. She barely met the kid, and she stuck by Dalton through the whole thing. So I think that relationship was really cool, and it wasn't really a love interest.
And that I praise it.
And I liked that.
Yes.
I didn't want it to be like, oh, there's sexual tension, and it didn't feel like that. It was like all of a sudden they were kind of brother and sister, and it was. I thought that was really cool. Whether they get together later or not, I can't say. But
do you think this is it for this franchise?
Yes, I think the franchise is done. However, it did make its money.
Yeah, I did see that.
Considering the budget. I'm just saving stuff here really quick. Let me get to that.
When I went and seen this in theaters,
I have all my screens up.
There wasn't very many people there.
Now, see, I was exactly the opposite. I went on opening night.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah.
And the theater was packed. And I regret going on opening night, but I gave my wife the choice. I said, "You want to see Insidious or Joyride tonight?" And she's like, "Let's go see Insidious." So because she's not a horror fan and she doesn't really like stupid comedies. So this was it
was a lose-lose situation for her.
Yeah, it was a lose-lose. She wasn't going to be happy either way, but she figured, okay, a better chance of enjoying Insidious. So it had a budget of $16 million.
Wow.
And it made 124.3 million so far. I think it's still
you're
playing.
Gonna get another one.
What's that?
You're gonna get another one. There's no way they will.
Oh, I think there probably is gonna be. Actually, no, I take that back. They left it open at the end. I don't want to spoil that for anybody, but there is kind of an opening. I will say this though, I don't think Patrick Wilson will be back as directing. Yeah.
I don't think he did that great of a job.
I don't think he did that good of a job. And it's his directorial debut. So I applaud him for giving that a shot. I believe because he directed the movie, his acting job lacked horribly. I don't think he was like a wet blanket in the movie. And I was really hoping.
Me.
Was he that way for you and the rest of them?
Yeah. The first two, that's the way.
I don't know. I liked him. I liked him better in the second one because he was all black brighted out and was all. I kind of dug that a little bit more, but I like him better in the Conjuring universe than I do in Insidious.
Yeah, I do too. I do too.
So Sarah says my parents' wedding anniversary is February, over 55 years, going to be 56. Parents were in their 20s. That's awesome.
That's amazing.
And we got Spicy. What's up, Spicy?
Spicy? Hope you're having a good day.
The fellas are back. That's right. The old folks. And
the Faces for Radio.
Faces for Radio. That's our new brand. So we have Instagram. It's faces.for.radio. So if you guys give us a follow there, that'd be awesome. We're gonna start putting more pictures and more content, maybe short reels from our show and things like that. We'll put that on Instagram to kind of boost a little bit. We're still keeping our original channels, and for right now, the Faces for Radio podcast will be partly on here, but I think we're going to add comic talk to it.
Yeah, I would like to. Yeah, I think we should.
And I think because I don't mind talking about more than just one topic. So I think just about any of our lives at this point, we're going to put it on the Faces for Radio brand.
And maybe down the road, we'll add a sex advice show too.
We're gonna add a Faces for Radio After Dark, and we'll do
when our number of subscribers get a little bit higher.
Yeah, we're gonna need a little bit more. Yeah, we'll have to start monetizing, and then we'll do we'll do sex advice. His first movie, yes, the first movie. So you didn't miss much,
and you won't miss much missing this movie.
No, however, I enjoyed it. I liked it. I didn't love it. I liked the story behind it. And I did like the dynamic between the father and son with the element, with what happened, the reason why they were kind of in that situation. And I don't want to lead into it because I don't want to spoil it for you guys if you do plan on seeing it. I can't say I bought that part of the story, but it was interesting. And, of course, Dalton is 18. He's going on to college. And what does it say here? Oh, so in IMDb, it says the Lamberts must go deeper into the further than ever before to put their demons to rest once and for all. Now that, indicates that it might be the finale, but like I said, they left it open to kind of throw another one in there if they're going to. But it's made 8 times its budget, so it's made a good sequel. I think it might happen. It might. What do you think about it going straight to streaming though?
I could see that. Who owns this?
That's a very good question.
Because I know Paramount just showed the first look of Pet Sematary Bloodline. I think that's what it's called. That's going straight to.
Is that a series or a movie?
Movie. It's going to be on Paramount Plus.
Oh yeah, this is this is Blumhouse.
Well, but which who distributed it?
Alliance? No, that's production. I don't know who distributed it.
It is a nice steelbook, Spicy.
Nice. I don't watch these movies. Did watch Pope's Exorcist because it was Russell Crowe. I really liked that one. Yeah, that was pretty good. That was
okay.
I enjoyed that.
It was okay.
Yeah. My wife liked that too because the elements of comedy kind of counterbalanced her hate for the horror part. So she actually enjoyed Pope's Exorcist more than I expected she would. And I liked it. I thought it was good. I did think it was better than this, and I know you would agree with that.
Yeah.
Not as much, but there were things I liked about this movie. What I did not like is I wanted it to go back to the formula for the first movie, because the first Insidious I thought it was fantastic. It's a complete jump fest. It's all jump scares all the time. But done well, really well. Not too many false ones, but I mean, like crazy. I remember my daughter when I went to go see it, I took my daughter with me, and she's hiding behind her popcorn, whispering, "I hate you, Dad. I hate you so much right now," because she doesn't like horror movies, and that scared the crap out of her. But then the second one got to tried to be more of a ghost story, of a paranormal, creepy movie. I liked it, but it wasn't as good. I wanted that formula back, and I didn't get it. There were a couple of good jump scares in here, and there were a couple of good creepy parts, but darn it if I didn't want it to. I wanted it to get worse violently. I wanted more from, this is all supposed to be about the demon character and the door. I wanted more from that.
You didn't get much of that.
You didn't get much of that. You didn't get enough of that to really, it didn't creep me out.
And this movie was also very dark.
It was.
I was like, oh,
very,
man.
very dark. And
visually, I mean, it was, the scenes were, wasn't very much. It wasn't well movie.
I mean, just
I did like that scene when he was in the cat skin.
I did like that scene too.
Yeah.
A lot of tricks with the lighting, which was interesting. And I'm sitting there because
I'm going to need you to remain still.
Yeah.
I knew something was going to happen.
Yeah.
As soon as I'm like, okay, yeah, there's a problem there. But yeah, I mean, all in all, I liked it.
Don't rush out to go see this.
Yeah, this is not something you need to run to the theater for.
Yeah. Or wait till it hits streaming.
Wait for it to come to streaming. I'm going to get it on physical because I own the entire franchise. It's just the way I am. I've got to have the whole set, even if one of the movies is crap. And I have to say, I mean, 3 and 4 were kind of for me. But 3 has those are prequels. 3 and 4 are both prequels, kind of focus more on Lynn, the psychic from the first 2 movies. And I should say from the first movie, but even get a little cameo from her in here, which is pretty cool. So interesting. I'll say before I get it's my grandpop's birthday. It's his 100th. Is it 100th birthday? That is awesome.
That's awesome. Sarah. Congrats.
Pope's Exorcist, haven't seen it yet, but Plane I did watch. Other than the other movies, I've watched 50 movies. That's my total so far. Okay, not bad. I mean, Rich is probably around 350.
366.
I'm guessing. Okay. I don't keep track of the ones I rewatch, but
I haven't rewatched any movies this year. Not one.
But I mean, you've watched some movies that you've seen that you've watched before.
In this year I haven't watched the same movie twice.
I mean that. So like, Independence Day, I watched that 3 times on the 4th of July. And I don't count that. So the movies that I've already seen before and already reviewed. So I only keep track of the ones that I hadn't reviewed yet.
Have you even started your 4K stack challenge?
Nope. Not even.
We don't
not
have
even close. Not even close. But I'm nearing the 200 mark.
Nice.
And I never thought I would see that.
Yeah. So what is our numbers so far on what is our numbers for Insidious?
Okay, yeah, let's go to our highlights for that as I'm trying to, that's not what I want. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, so highlights for this. I actually gave a 10 to the trailer because I really liked, there was one trailer that I really liked. And that's the first trailer I saw. And you gave the trailer a 5. So I don't know if we saw the same trailer there, but other than that, I got a couple 8s. I got an 8 for cast because a lot of the originals are back. 8 for story and 8 for script. because I did like how it was written. You gave 7s for cast and ending and cinematography, which I also gave a 7. Other than that, not too high.
Yeah.
Mainly 5s and 6s. Oh yeah, let's go to our final numbers, because I did it, but there it is. So our final numbers: IMDb is giving it a 6.0. Rotten Tomatoes critics score 37%. Audience score 69%. Richie gave it a 57, and I gave it a 72. Our total average score is 64.5.
Man, we were way off on that.
We were way off.
Yeah.
That's a 15-point difference.
Yeah.
It happens every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta say, usually, with either fantasy or horror, and usually I'm higher.
Yeah.
But, and then there's other ones where you've given. I mean, it's not Tombstone. We were almost 20 points difference with Tombstone. Good night. Love you. Bye bye. My granddaughter just said bye bye.
Oh, that's good.
Love it. I love it. Okay. I mean, all in all, I liked it, but yeah, I could have waited.
Me too.
I could have waited for the physical release or streaming. But when I saw the trailer, I was like, dude, I want to see that. But yeah, all in all, I was not pleased with Patrick Wilson's performance as director or his performance as actor. But yeah, it made money, so I think
it made a shit ton of money compared to its budget.
Compared to
I didn't
the budget,
realize it made that much money.
Yeah, it's done pretty well considering. But horror movies kind of do that. They get like lower budgets and they make their money back. That's why Paranormal Activity did so well.
Yeah.
Because their budget was like under 10 million easy for most of those movies. I think the first one was $4 million. Was a $4 million budget. Might have been a little bit higher than that, but it made 160 million. So you're going
insane.
Shit, I'm gonna make 50 of these because they're easy and they don't cost a lot to make. That's Blair Witch Project, all that stuff. They didn't cost very much to make, and they made a shitload in the box office. So yeah, I'm gonna churn out a whole bunch of them. That's why found footage movies became so popular, and it really saved the horror genre, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I all in all, yeah, I was not impressed. But yeah, it's not something to go run into the theater for. All right, so let's go to our number 4 movie, but got a couple in the chat.
Hey man, I gotta do something real quick. I'll be right back. Okay. Just give me 2 seconds.
Okay. Time's up. No. While he's gone, I'm gonna go ahead and advertise Spotify for podcasting. I'm gonna put that in our doodah. Spotify for podcasting. They take the audio portion of our live stream, sponsor us, and kick it into other products like Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Pocket Cast, Castbox, Radio Public, and Google Podcast. They set us up with all that stuff. They get us sponsors. We just hit 200 plays on Spotify. So
thank you for that, guys.
Really appreciate that. We still only have 17 followers, but hey, it's something. It's happening. And now I've already changed the brand name on Spotify for podcasting, so that is listed as the Faces for Radio, featuring the 4K Lowedown and Turner Fan 77.
Love it.
So any of the stuff that we do live will go on Spotify there, including Comic Talk, our top 10, all that stuff. So
I can't wait, man. I love our rebrand, it re-excited me. I mean, I loved doing this before, but it re-excited me, energized me, because I love the name. I love how you put this all together. You've done such a great job.
Thanks, bro. I really appreciate that. Let me try to do something because I'm missing some of my videos, and I wonder if I didn't drop it. Guess not. I thought I had 2 from each movie, but I don't see them. So that is okay. I only had 1 for Insidious, but I guess, it is what it is.
Yeah. Wait for that to come to streaming. I'll say it again. That's my final verdict.
I didn't think it was a turd, but I didn't think it was all that in a bag of chips either. So, and I love the Insidious franchise.
I almost bought that Walmart DVD set that they had
Mm-hmm.
for $14. I love those slip covers.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm gonna watch my Max first, and then once I finished the second one, I was like, okay, I'm glad I didn't buy them because it's kind of very repetitive. So yeah.
Okay. Oh, I said goodbye to Piper. Oh no, they're not. They're not going to bed. Yeah, they're going out with my daughter's boyfriend. So I hope that they have a good time. But yeah, it's like all my pictures are weird. Anyway, all right. So let's go to our number 4 movie, or the second movie that we're going to talk about, and that is Joyride.
I had fun with this movie.
It was cute. I mean, I'm just going to say it's about time that we get a comedy that takes risks.
Mm-hmm.
And there were some risks here. This was like, this was vulgar. It was obscene.
Mm-hmm.
There was some real catty jokes, some great ad libs, a couple of groaner moments for me.
Oh yeah.
And I'll just tell you right now, my wife left the theater.
She did?
Yeah. This is not her style at all. She's like, I gotta go. I can't. she walked out. She came back later and she finished the movie with me, but she had to walk out. And walked out. She walked out at the perfect time, bro, because I would have had to meet her at the car after the movie was over if she'd have stayed for that scene.
The devil scene?
Yes. She would not have been able to handle that.
Yeah. I was like, what? I mean, I was laughing a lot. And I am glad we picked this because I don't think I would have went on my way to see it. Yeah. I would have waited for it to hit streaming. But I will add this to my collection.
I'll get this when it comes out. Yeah. I love the cast here.
Yeah.
The only one I really knew was Stephanie Hsu from Everything Everywhere All at Once. Mm-hmm. And I loved her character. I recognized the other girl, the one that this is all about.
Right.
But I can't remember from probably some Disney thing or whatever. I don't know. But no, I liked all 4 of them. I liked their chemistry working together. And it was funny. I laughed out loud.
I didn't know how you were going to handle the drug scene.
That was an issue for me. I'm not, but it was funny the way they did it.
Yeah, I was hoping you would be able to look past. I mean, not look past it, but get the joke out of it. Where,
yeah, I'll say the thing is, it wasn't like they were glorifying the drug use, and that's the problem I have.
Mm-hmm.
It was, it was, oh crap, we're gonna go to jail if we don't do this, or whatever. It was like they were in trouble.
Yeah, and the way they did it,
and then the way that they all each handled the situation was different. Yeah. And that's what made it hilarious.
Yeah.
But
how was the theater?
I enjoyed it. It was fun. again, I'm going to say I don't think this is worth running to the theater for.
No. Well, how was your theater packed?
Actually, it wasn't. My theater was empty.
There's maybe like 4 or 5 other people.
Yeah, I was afraid that. I mean, I was afraid that this was going to die before I got a chance to see it because I watched Insidious first. And I'm sorry to say, I made my wife watch 3 movies in 3 days in the theater before we went on our trip.
Oh damn!
I was like, come on, let's do Indy now, and then okay, now let's do Insidious, and then the next day I was like, let's do Joyride, and then it was like, he's like, I'm so done with movies right now. Don't take me to the movies for a while. And I said, okay, great, but Oppenheimer is next week, so I just want to let you know.
You're gonna make her sit there for 3 hours and 5 minutes.
No, I'm not gonna make her. She can leave if she wants to. But yeah, she's like, all right, fine, we'll do.
I'm sneaking out of work an hour early, maybe an hour and a half early, to go see a 3 o'clock show because it's
let's say, let's just say Rich is wrong on that score because he often is.
You're right, Evan. You're right.
She is from Emily in Paris. Okay, never seen that.
I don't know what that is.
I think my daughter watches that. I think that's on Netflix or something. It's a series, but I think she watches that. I've glanced over and I'm like, what is that? Oh, it's Emily in Paris. And I'm like, oh, great. And then I walk away because it seems a lot like a series like Devil Wears Prada. And I'm just like, no, I'm done.
I hope this gets a sequel of some sort because I think I would watch it.
That'd be fun. See, in the midst of all this raunchy crap that happened, there's actually a touching story. There's actually a nice little story that goes on.
Yeah.
Which impressed me. And if you can give me a stupid comedy like this and make a point, come to a point.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. Hot take for me, Napoleon Dynamite, absolutely hate that movie.
I hate that movie too. I will never watch it again.
This one, like I said, the comedy is obscene, raunchy. They take risks, things happen, and some of it worked, some of it didn't for me. But the bottom line was there was a decent story, there was a good ending, and that made the movie so much better for me. It wasn't just being stupid for being stupid.
Yeah, see, I don't like those kind of movies.
Me neither.
Okay, now.
Mike's on.
Hey, what's up, Mike?
Sucks balls about notification. What's up, boys? What's up, brother? Yeah, we're on a day early. Sorry about that, but yeah, we're on our second movie. Our first one was Insidious the Red Door, but Rich didn't like it. I liked it. I didn't love it, but it is what it is. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I liked the chemistry with the girls. I liked
all 4 of them were great together.
All 4 of them were great, and they were all completely different.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like like Clueless or Mean Girls or something like that, where all the girls were kind of the same except for like one outlier. They were all different in their own way. They all had their quirks, which was great. Yeah. Even a little bit of LGBTQ in there.
And see, and I didn't mind that at all.
Which I absolutely appreciated. It was
it wasn't shoved down your face. It wasn't shoved.
It wasn't
it felt natural.
There were things shoved down the face. There were things in people's faces.
Yeah.
that will give you pause, but that wasn't one of them that was shoved in your face.
I back to the seriousness of the movie, the relationship between the 2 best friends.
Yes,
because that's very relatable. You could be tight with somebody, but life happens, and then you guys are on the same road, and that other friend's lane's gonna go off on the exit, for a little bit, and that happens in real life. And so I kind of understand how the one girl felt with her friend. Moving on in a way.
Yeah.
I
totally agree with that. So this is the synopsis for it. It says, follows 4 Chinese American friends as they bond and discover the truth of what it means to know and love who you are. while they traveled through China in search of one of their birth mothers.
That's so
So
funny.
if you guys see the trailer, one of the girls is adopted, and she's going to China on a business trip. And her best friend talks her into, hey, why don't we find your birth mother and birth parents, and let's do that too. So they end up in a roundabout way getting to where they're doing that. They go on this adventure that takes them all over the place. All kinds of crazy shit happens to them. And then she comes to a realization about her life and her family that I didn't expect. And I'm not going to spoil it. I think that alone is worth watching this. I mean, and I'm just going to say it's not about where the devil is. It's about where the horns are. But just, keep an open mind. If you liked movies like Eurotrip or American Pie or Hangover or Porky's, things like that, it kind of reminds me of those movies.
And it has a great opening scene. I absolutely love that opening scene when they're on the playground. It's in the trailer. I just love that part. I think it's one of my favorite parts of the movie. And you see these two
with the two kids, I like it because then the if you go to a rated R movie and you get a trailer for Joyride, you get the rated R trailer where the little girl's cussing him out. And I'm just like, I am down to watch this movie. I dug it. I recommend this movie when it hits streaming. Or if you find when it hits physical, when it gets to it, this is probably going to be a $25 Blu-ray. $22, $25, I'm going to guess. I would say, 22 to 25. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
I would wait for it to drop a little bit under 20 before you buy it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do.
I want this in my collection. I'll probably get it on Tuesday. I'm not gonna lie. I'll probably get it on Tuesday.
You get every movie on Tuesday.
I do. I don't do all of them anymore. I'm getting a little bit better. I mean, I used to be like 100%. Now I'm like 90. So I'm getting there because I'll tell you, I did not buy Black Demon. I have not bought it.
Yeah, don't.
But I've got to watch it because we're going to review it. So I've got to see it somehow.
Yeah. Or we could push it out.
I don't know. We could push it away because I've heard really bad things about it.
Oh, that movie sucks balls. Malia hated it. She's like, oh.
And she's a shark fan. She's a shark monster. So I don't know. But I trust Malia's judgment for sure. Better than yours, in fact, when it comes to shark movies.
We'll talk about that after the show. We're probably going to end up taking that out.
Yeah. So when I saw trailers for this movie, I was very interested. It seemed like a fun time. It's very fun. Even David and Rich. And what's up, Movie Hunter? Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for joining us, man.
But yeah, I dug this a lot more than I thought I would. So I got to talk about how much money it's made so far.
Yeah, right? I'm interested.
Unfortunately, it does not seem like it's done well in the theater. So I do not have a budget. Why don't I have a budget for you? I don't think I found a budget originally too either. So no budget. I don't think the budget is that high.
It can't be.
But it's made 11.7 million in the theater. And I figured that was going to happen. But yeah, with an average 2-week run in the theater, it's starting to drop off now.
Yeah.
In fact, since the last time I looked at it, it's only made 3 million in the last week. So,
and that's a shame because it's a shame.
It's worth seeing. I don't think you have to run to the theater for it, but for a matinee price, or you get like if you have the Regal Unlimited plan where you get a free ticket, I'd say watch this.
Yeah,
it's refreshing. It
very much is.
Yeah, I was looking for Girls Trip, and I thought it was better than Girls Trip.
Which one's Girls Trip? Remind me.
That's the one with Tiffany Haddish and Jada Pinkett Smith and all that. I thought they went riskier with it, and it was better. I really liked Sabrina Wu. I think it was Sabrina Wu, the one who was Deadeye.
Oh yeah, I did too.
I loved her in this movie.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen her in anything.
I don't think I've seen her either. But when I didn't like her as much in the trailer, but watching her in the movie and how she was,
her whole body
I dug her character. I really did.
Yeah.
I thought she was my favorite. She was my standout for sure. But I just want to give props to the person who plays Lolo, who is the friend. Her name is Sherry Cola.
Like cherry cola?
Sherry Cola. I love it. I love it. I love her name. I'm digging it, and I'm looking for other stuff. I haven't seen anything that girl's been in, or Sabrina. Yeah, the only one I knew for sure was Stephanie Shu. But let's go to our highlights for Joyride. I actually recognized a lot of people by face.
Yeah.
Like, was it the basketball team? The basketball team, I recognize a lot of those guys.
Another great scene.
I thought the whole dynamic with all four of them and what they did with the team, again, completely different. And some of it unexpected. I learned a sexual term that I did not know. So I don't know if I'm happy about that or not. But, so Rich, you actually gave a 10 to the plot, and you gave 9s to the story and the wild card. I actually gave a 10 to the cast because of all those single points that I was able to accumulate. And I gave 8 to the ending and the wild card. But yeah, this was a fun watch, bro. I really enjoyed it.
Better than Insidious.
Better than Insidious
For me. But remember,
I didn't give it a better score than Insidious, but I think I did like it better. I was more surprised with it than Insidious. So I enjoyed it more. So let's go to our final scores for Joyride. IMDb gives it a 7.0. Get this, Rotten Tomatoes critics score 92%.
Oh, wow.
82% audience score. And I think that's because we talked about it checking the boxes. So, and I think that's why.
I think we're onto something.
I think we're onto something too. We noticed that Rotten Tomatoes will crap on foreign movies. And I'm going to use the term woke, but I don't like using that term. But if the movie is woke, or if it's LGBTQ friendly, or whatever that is, then it seems to score a lot higher on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
But anyway, Rich, you gave this a 74, and I gave it a 71. So our average score is 72.5, and that's why it takes our 4th spot tonight.
Yeah. I recommend this movie.
Very, very pleased with it. I liked it a lot.
This will probably hit Vudu, Apple Prime, probably in another week or two. I would imagine. Maybe 2 weeks. We'll see it for $19.99 to buy or rent. And you know what? If you get friends together and you want to pay the $20, I would say do it. If you want a good time, laugh, it's worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. This is fun to watch with friends. Maybe not your parents.
Or your children.
Definitely not your mother-in-law.
Yeah.
There'll be a lot of questions after this. But man, but yeah, I enjoyed it. I was really surprised by it. I was hoping that they would take risks. I was hoping this would be a true rated R movie, and it was.
Oh yeah, it was.
So
it wasn't because they just said fuck twice.
No, it wasn't just because of the language. There was some stuff. There was some stuff going on. All right. So let's go to our third movie for tonight. And that is Bird Box Barcelona.
I liked this for the most part.
I agree. I like this too for the most part. There were some moments where I was like, eh. But I enjoyed this quite a bit. It was a fun watch.
I didn't see the twist coming at all. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I don't know if I got up. I did something and I missed it, and then I was like, what the hell's happening? What did I miss? So I had to go back and rewind it. I think it's the first 20 minutes of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking about the bus.
Yeah. No, see, and that was the thing. I was like, it kind of tripped me out at first.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to read the synopsis. It says, after an entity of mysterious origin annihilates the world's population, causing those who observe it to take their lives, Sebastian and his daughter begin their own great adventure of survival in Barcelona. So I'm just going to say there's a twist right out of the gate that I was like, wait a minute.
Right?
I didn't rewind it, but I was like, okay, wait a minute. And then I liked that it starts to give you flashbacks of what Sebastian's life was before.
Yeah.
And you learn some things. This is not a spoiler, but one of my favorite things is that Sebastian speaks multiple languages.
Yeah. For his job.
I dug that. I mean, the movie is Spanish, but he speaks English, he speaks German, and that made a serious point in the movie. That was actually a really neat thing. And it's not until about 20 or 30 minutes in there, like, okay, and you were talking about the bus scene. When you get to the bus scene, you're like, what the hell is he doing?
Yeah.
I don't understand. Well, I don't understand. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And then when you see what happens or what he sees, then you're like, oh crap.
Yeah.
This guy is, I was like, this guy is no protagonist at all. He's gonna. I was like, edge of my seat, going, dude, what the heck is he gonna do? And what is up with his daughter?
And I like that too.
And then that's another twist that pops up. I was like, oh, okay.
I don't remember the first Bird Box. It's been forever since I've seen it. I mean, we watch so many movies, shit just kind of leaks out. But I don't remember they talking about the entities as much in the first one.
Well, it was kind of, and no, they didn't really. It was all about if you open your eyes and you're looking out, then you're just going to go crazy. And it was, Sandra Bullock, and it was really about, I guess kind of like a quiet place where it's like, just be quiet, don't make a sound, and you won't get killed. Bird Box, it was like, don't open your eyes, don't look around, stay blindfolded, and you'll survive. But in this movie, you get more of the entities and stuff like that. There's more stuff that they do, like
don't spoil.
I'm not gonna spoil it, but like mental shit, like they're really messing with you. And I thought that was really interesting.
And I like, you still don't know don't know what they are.
And I think that's my favorite part, is you never really see the entities at all. So yeah, I dug it.
Me too.
I'm happy. It was not like it wasn't the best movie in the world, but for Netflix, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Um,
When I count
but
this as a foreign film.
it does. I count this as a foreign film. Because I didn't recognize anybody. I think maybe one guy.
Yeah, I recognize one person.
Yeah, you recognize one person. I would recognize one person by face, but not the name. Yeah. I was like, oh hey, I kind of know that guy, but I wasn't sure from where. But you know, it's hard to explain without spoiling it, and I don't want to do that. So I'm simply going to say,
cover your eyes and avoid visual contact.
It's one of those things where it's just like, oh wow, cool. And that was like again, that was one of the flashback scenes where you're like, oh crap, oh I see what's going on. And kind of like how Quiet Place 2 did a little bit, you get a little bit of what happened. So I wouldn't mind this being a trilogy. I'd like to see another spinoff from another location. Yeah. And you get more of an origin. I think Netflix is going to continue with these.
Yeah. I
think these are doing pretty good. I mean, you got Sandra Bullock in the first one, and that set everything off. And I think
people coming back for the actual sequel.
I think she's coming back for the sequel.
I thought she was.
I
thought she was.
I mean, I hope that the sequel happened with the stupid
strike.
Yeah, with the stupid strike.
There's two of them.
Yeah. Actors and writers are both on strike. Yeah, I don't see anything for Bird Box 2 now.
Yeah.
So there's nothing on IMDb for Bird Box 2. So I don't know if one's coming out. I don't know if it's going to happen.
Yeah. A lot of things are up in the air right now. But I almost bet the actor strike will get resolved quicker than the writer strike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
These things take our fears and twist them.
So, yeah.
Check this one out, guys.
There's some really good scenes. Now, I'm not calling this a horror movie. Because you could call it sci-fi, because you could get the impression that this might be aliens, but you never see that. There's definitely a biblical thing that the lead believes, but you know, we also don't know if that's true.
I went thriller,
but yeah, I went thriller with it too. I think it's more of a thriller. It's intense. It's suspenseful. You don't know what's going to happen or how it happens, or even what they do. Like, because it's not a simple matter of, you know, you make a noise and this monster comes and tears you to shreds. And again, I'm thinking of Quiet Place, but you see something and you pretty much kill yourself, but it's different every time.
Yeah.
Fall off a building, or
stick your face on fire,
set your face on fire, you know, blow yourself up, or slice yourself open, stab yourself a bunch of times. I mean, it's a whole bunch of different things. And I like that variety. It reminds me a little bit of Final Destination with how they they're kind of imaginative with the way that the people who get affected treat themselves or do things. You know, I dug it. I think it's pretty good. I enjoyed it. But yeah, let's take. I want to do. Where's my thing? There's my thing. Okay, let's take a look at some of our highlights for it. But yeah, there's no budget or amount because this went straight to Netflix, so nothing to talk about there. You actually gave a 10 to the plot for this, which I gave it an 8. Most of your stuff is 8s besides, like acting, story, script, cinematography, and direction, all 8s for you. I gave 1 9, and that was to the ending because I liked how it ended. I get that. but I liked how it ended. I liked where it was at. Not perfect, but I liked it. I might have wanted a little bit more, but I thought it was good. I gave 8s to acting, plot, script, direction, and wild card. Now that made a decent thriller. But yeah, if you get a chance, this is worth checking out on Netflix.
Netflix, watch it.
Yeah, I don't. I'd like to see a physical release, but we didn't get one for the first Bird Box, so I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's take a look at our final numbers. I didn't do the extra pictures that I had, did I?
You did 2 videos.
I did the videos, but I didn't do that. So,
excuse me.
Some of the scenery was really interesting, really post-apocalyptic, and I like it. Let's see. Okay. Oh, Evan says, got Movie Pass. It came back, and I'm loving it. Seeing more movies in the theater, even though I hate the theater. Nice. Agree. Don't usually like the theater, or should I say I don't like the bad crowds. But since I got my unlimited pass in May, I've seen over 20 movies. Yeah, I'm kind of in there too. Is it me, or is Dave getting low-level reverb from his mic?
Oh, I didn't notice it.
I haven't noticed. Usually I can kind of catch that in my mic. But sorry, Movie Hunter. Let's lower my input a little bit. Let me know if that's better. If it's not, or if it's too low, or if my voice is too low, then I'll just put it back the way it was. But let's take a look at our final scores for Bird Box Barcelona. Where are you at? There you are. IMDb is giving us a 5.4. Rotten Tomatoes critics score 48%. Audience score 42%. And I'm really, again, foreign movie. I think that's why Rotten Tomatoes is kind of shitting on it a little bit. You gave this a 74, and I gave it a 73. So total average score is 73.5. And that takes our third spot.
Yeah. It's a good fun watch. Friday night, get some popcorn, sit on your couch, watch a good fun thriller.
Yeah, not bad. Huh. I guess I messed that up because that actually took second place. That's instead of third. But let me. That's not right. That's not right.
I was gonna say Indiana Jones placed higher than.
Actually, no, it did, but I don't know what I did wrong here. Yeah, that's not right at all. At all. Yeah, no, that's not right at all. Why is that like that? I'm going to need to make some adjustments here. So while I do that.
Okay, while he's doing that, guys, are you guys going to go see Oppenheimer next week, or are you going to go see Barbie?
Or both, because
we're telling you right now, we are not talking Barbie. So don't look forward to that.
Maybe it's me. It's like an echo as if 2 mics were connected very low, though. I do have my other headset connected, but it should not be hooked to it. But I'll pull it out just a minute.
That's what she said.
Yep. Movie Hunter always make me pull out. Movie Hunter will see both. So that's interesting.
Nice.
I will not. I will try to see Sound of Freedom instead of Barbie. So
I'm seeing Oppenheimer on Saturday, so I'm looking forward to that. Even though my ass is gonna hate it because it's a 3-hour movie.
Yeah, it's gonna be. That's
Okay,
gonna be
what
a
movies
long
are
one.
after that? You got Talk to Me, which we were going to try to see. It's I think it's an Australian horror film. I think it's Australian.
Yeah,
Um,
talk to me, and yeah, and I keep spacing it. You're like, "Are we gonna see that?" And I'm like, "I don't want to see that." Then you tell me what it is. I'm like, "Oh wait, yeah, I do want to see that." So yeah,
then we
I'm just
have
kind of like
Meg
losing
2.
my damn mind. I think.
Meg 2 in the theater. I know we're going to be seeing that. Oh, I just heard
Yeah.
my echo. It's starting
Mark
to
is
echo.
seeing Oppenheimer. Movie Hunter. It's free, so it's not like I'm wasting money. But I have seen everything else so far that's playing. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just it's too far for me to drive to get to the closest theater for me. So when I have to do that, then it's like, all right, I'm just gonna do my thing. But yeah, I've got. Let's see, what have I got? I've done 2 doctor's appointments. I've got 2 more. I've got one Friday and one next week. So I'm thinking I can squeeze Sound of Freedom and Oppenheimer in there in the midst of that.
Yeah.
Let's see if that worked. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how I messed that up, bro. But I fixed it. So I've just got to reload the outro and do another screenshot because I was like, wait, that score's not right. And
Fasten your seatbelt. There might be some turbulence.
that worked out better than I thought it would. So that, add the new. Man, I feel like I'm just not firing on all cylinders tonight.
That's okay, man. We had
I had a migraine earlier today, and I was almost going to tell you, bro, I don't know if I can go, but then it finally got better.
well, I'm glad it went away.
There's my theater is a 5-minute drive away. Yeah, it's 45. It's a 45-minute drive one way for me. To get to the theater.
Is my daughter's theater is 10 minutes away, and then the other theater is 25-30 minutes for me.
Yeah. So yeah, yours, that other one is in the next town from you. Mine's like 3 towns.
Yeah.
To get to it, and then the nearest IMAX is a 2-hour one-way trip. So I'm just like, probably will never see anything.
I have a 2-hour. I think the closest IMAX is 2.5 hours for me.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to Oppenheimer.
Can't wait for Oppenheimer. I'm looking forward to Oppenheimer. I was like interested. So yeah, I'm totally digging that. But let's touch the canvas. Yeah, so I can get a picture of it. Boop. All right. So I did kind of hint to it. Yes, our second to the last movie tonight, our 4th movie, second highest score overall, is Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Let me get my poster. Put that up. Where are you, you bastard? There you are. So the old fart is back as Indiana Jones. Yeah. So what did you think of this movie overall?
It's an indie film. It's an Indiana Jones film through and through. They don't reinvent the wheel here. It's the same formula. Some of it's not very believable. He's fucking 80 years old. He shouldn't be able to do what he's doing. The lady lead in this, she's a fucking asshole. I was hoping she would die, but she doesn't.
Right.
And then I guess it's okay. I mean, I scored it well because the film looks visually is great looking.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was I don't need to see it again.
Okay. You know what? I really liked it. I can't and maybe it's the nostalgia thing, but I like the indie. I like it went back to the original formula. I didn't think it was as good as the first three, but I thought it was better than Crystal Skull. But that's not saying a lot, because Crystal Skull was kind of a groaner.
See, I like Crystal Skull more than this one.
I liked Crystal Skull, but I didn't like the end, and that usually hurts me. What hurts the overall score for me is when the end kind of blows. But I liked this one better. I liked the item. What I didn't like was the female lead. I did not like the goddaughter. I thought that was lazy writing, inserting her into the franchise, and also inserting Toby Jones as someone that he's been friends with forever.
Yeah.
And this is the first time you see him in the franchise. They could have easily shifted that to something else. And right off the top, because you've got Sala, who comes back.
And she's a fucking asshole. His friend gets shot, and she's like, "Oh well, let's go."
Yeah. Oh no, she's a total prick. But
yeah.
And I'm not justifying that, but what I didn't like how she played the character. I didn't like her being in the movie. I think they could have taken some brilliant and amazing Indian actresses, like, you know, for example, the ones we saw in Polite Society, but there are other ones too, and put them in as like Sala's daughter, which would be Indy's goddaughter, and it could have been this whole dynamic that would have made a lot more sense than having this random, all of a sudden, hey, I've got a goddaughter that we've never talked about in the entire movie.
Sucked too.
What's that?
The de-aging. It's just shit sucked. I didn't
mind the de-aging. The problem that I had with the de-aging was that scene went too long. If they'd have done something really simple and done the de-aging, I would have been like, cool. And then just, you know, like just show his back or stuff. But they, like, I don't know, it was like 15 minutes, like the whole beginning of the movie has him de-aged.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I'm done with that. That one, that bugged me a little bit, but I'm like, okay, Four Girl Universe, they got to make him look younger. They got to do a flashback. Totally cool with it. Fine. Let's move on. But yeah, I just think they spent too much time with it.
I agree.
The other thing that my other strong point, my strong dislike, was that the intensity just wasn't there with this one. Because I mean, you get the Ark of the Covenant, and you get the Temple of Doom, and you get the, you know, with the chakra stones, and you get the Holy Grail and all that. Just the intensity level was so ramped up with the music and the way that they did it. It was this is like, you know, when they pay a whole bunch of money. And I'm going to use a baseball reference for you, Rich, and I hope I don't mess this up. They pay a whole bunch of these players so they can, okay, we want to win a pennant. So I want to hire all these free agents, all these players, these great players from all these over the place. And we're going to have the best team ever. And they just don't gel. So they never make the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's what this reminded me of. It had all the pieces, but it just didn't quite fit.
I think this came out 10 years too late.
Yeah, I agree with that. Because when was the Crystal Skull? Was what, 2008 or 2011 or something like that?
I just didn't care. I was gonna wait for this to hit streaming, to be honest with you, but we decided to do it for the show. I wouldn't have went to the theaters to see it.
Yeah, 2008 was Crystal Skull. Now, if this had come out in 2010, 2012 even, it would have been a lot better.
Yeah. And he would have been a lot fucking younger too.
He was old in 2008. And he was talking about, oh man, I can't, you know, he was like missing stuff. And I kind of dug that in the movie. Yeah, but you know, my sour point was Shia LaBeouf in there. Which I do not like. I don't like how they treated his character in this movie.
Oh yeah. No spoilers, but I like how they
cracked me up. It was funny, but I was like, oh, like do him like that. That was sad. But like I said, there are checks in the box that I liked. I was like, so I did not like this Indiana, the de-aging. Helena was so annoying. Yeah, that was my worst part. I did not like Helena in this movie. I don't know what their point was with that. It sounds like the Cardinals of last year.
Oh, damn.
I'm gonna go like this.
Oh, spicy. Right here.
Right, that hurts the heart, right? Oh wait,
Right.
I've got sound bites.
Oh. Oh, fuck. I expect that out of Evan, not you. Oh man.
I forgot I have sound bites.
Yeah.
Like a oh yeah, this is Rich's laugh because of that joke. Where he's not really laughing.
Really crying inside.
Really crying inside. But you know, it's you know.
But I still bleed Cardinal red.
Good job. I just, you know, Seahawk green for me, but you know, but that's what it reminded me of. It was just like I enjoyed it. I liked seeing it in the theater. I liked the
and the ending.
You know,
he was like, "That's it. That's all we're gonna do."
Yeah. Well, it was. I was kind of going, okay, how are they going to pull the ending off? And how are they going to do this? How are they? I don't want to say what I want to say. I'm not going to say it. How are they going to finish this?
Mm-hmm.
And it was just kind of like, boom, okay, we're done. And we were like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So they didn't know how they were going to do it either.
Yeah, pretty much.
Rich's review sounds like Cardinals of this year.
Oh, fuck, Nate. Oh, man.
Dude. Okay. So let's talk about our highlights. So we both gave the cast a 10.
Yeah.
And then you gave the music a 10.
Yeah. There's something about the Indiana Jones music I like. I like the music more than I do the movie.
Yeah. I actually gave the cinematography a 10, not because of the deep fake, not because of the de-aging.
I've seen better deep fakes than what they did here.
I have better deep fakes than my shorts, but that sounded worse than it should have been. I did. It sounded bad. That goes back to the sex advice. We'll do that when we have 1,000
coming up. New show coming up.
We'll start doing sex advice.
Dave and Rich.
Yeah, the Faces for Radio present sex advice.
Yeah.
Anyway, I threw a 10 at the cinematography. I threw 9s at the plot because I like the trailer, and the wild card because I still think it still works as an action adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Good mystery, good clues, stuff like that. I really wanted the CIA agent lady to be more of an impact in the movie. That was another one that I missed that I think was a miss. Otherwise, yeah, a lot of 8s and 7s. You know, you mainly 7s, me mainly 8s.
Yeah.
But all in all, yeah, I would put it 4th. I'd put it just ahead of Crystal Skull altogether. But yeah, it was too late.
Yeah.
Shots fired.
That ain't no shit, Spicy. You're on my shit list.
All right, so let's go to our final scores for Indiana Jones. I have to go to load it. Why are you not in there?
I don't know. That's what she said.
And the response, but I am. No.
Or that's my leg.
You need to move your arm out the way. That's not my arm. Shit. That was from Girls Trip. Caveman.
Hey,
That's
what's
okay,
up,
brother. Yeah, he was watching Bob's tournament too. So, that's okay, man. All right, there's our scores. All right, so final scores. IMDb gives us a 7.0. That was wrong too. The Rotten Tomato score. That's not right. I'm gonna redo that.
Dude, that piece of shit.
No. That part I didn't change in the stupid one. I changed the thing. Okay. Rotten Tomatoes critics score 68%. Audience score 88%. And I'm going to change that right now in the outro so that that's right. You gave this a 75, and I gave it an 84 for a total average score of 79.5, and it takes our number 2 spot.
Yeah. Which is kind of surprising.
I don't know. Wasn't surprising for me, but because I did like it. And Miss Caveman is in.
What's up, Miss Caveman? How you doing?
Yeah. So Spice is like some Caveman. Pop Culture says, I love the new indie. I love all 5.
You would, Evan. You would.
They're all in his top 5. Caveman's staking out the competition. Yeah, he's getting ready for that finals. I don't know who won, but yeah. But no, it's totally cool. It's cool, totally cool guy. I have no problem with you going to see someone else's show. It does not offend me.
We appreciate each and every one of you that join us every time we're live. We really do. Even if you're giving me a fucking hard time, I still love you and I still appreciate you. Because that means you're engaging with us. And that's a good thing.
Yep. All right. We've got one more movie to talk about. Go away. Yeah. I'm saying hi to Spicy. So our last movie and our highest scored movie for this week, for this episode, is Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1.
Hell yeah. Love this fucking movie.
Me too. I really dug this movie. It was
Your
awesome.
days of fighting for the so-called greater good are over.
Would lose a step. It ain't this movie.
But yeah, this was and it's really interesting because there was a little in IMDb after I watched the trailer. There's a little snippet where the director's talking, and I found out through that right off the bat, the very first stunt that they did was that cliff jump with the motorcycle. That was the very first stunt that Tom Cruise did.
They were terrified.
They were terrified. They were scared shitless. They were like, "Oh my god, we've just started filming. If he dies," which I still think that's his goal. He's trying to die on camera, or prove that he's a vampire and he's immortal. One of the two.
This is a 3-hour movie, almost 3 hours, right?
It's 2:47 or something like that. It's
okay,
like,
this movie is so well paced, it does not feel like almost a 3-hour movie.
No,
they do a great job.
Oh, okay. And for Tide Blake was number 4. Okay, so Slashing Captain first. John Doe did good. Vin did good. Was it Celeste? I don't think Celeste was able to block anybody, but at 4, it just said Tide Blake was number 4. So who tied with Blake for 4th? Miss Caveman says Raiders is my all-time favorite. I can't wait to see Dialed of Destiny. Doesn't matter if it's good or not. I love the franchise anyway. See, that's the way I feel. I love the franchise. I'm just a fan. So I really enjoyed going to the theater for it. But yeah, no, I liked Crystal Skull more than a lot of people. And so yeah, I liked all 5 too. But my favorite is Last Crusade. I like the third one the best. That's my favorite of the franchise. But I got to tell you, watching Raiders of the Lost Ark on 4K in my house last year was one of the best experiences I've had all year. It just reminded me of being in the theater again, watching it. It was amazing.
I'm not a big indie fan, I guess. The movie, I mean, I enjoyed the first 3. But yeah,
Celeste was blocked. Wow, he had some crazy movies. Okay, so Vin and Blake tied for 3rd, which gave them the 3rd and 4th spot. Okay, I get it now. Thank you. I'm all cut up, Caveman. That was an interesting tournament. I liked it. But I'm trying. I wanted to be on there, but they just didn't do it on the right day. But I try to watch it to see how many blocks I would have had. And in 3 rounds that I watched, I had 7 blocks. So not too bad. I thought I was doing okay. But yeah, no, yeah.
And the supporting cast in this too was fantastic.
It's great. I got to give props to Pom Clementif in here, who was Paris. And she's Mantis in Guardians of the Galaxy. She was phenomenal. I loved her in this movie.
And Captain Carter was great. Haley Atwell.
Oh yeah, no, I Haley Atwell. I was just like, I knew she was going to be good.
See, I didn't know she was going to be, but she blew it up.
I was like, she can fight. She really did a good job.
Mm-hmm. She was believable.
And I like. I mean, I've always liked Rebecca Ferguson, who is Ilsa. She did She's been in there since Ghost Protocol or Rogue Nation, one of the two. She's been amazing. Of course, you get the regular guys. You get Simon Pegg and Ving Rhames. You get the emergence of Esai Morales, and I liked his character. He didn't have to do a whole lot, but it was still good.
I like him as an actor. Usually when I see him in things, I enjoy him. Yeah,
I've never really seen him fight.
Yeah, me neither.
And you get to see him fight in this, and he did pretty good. The choreography was really good on the fight scenes.
This is our chance to control the truth.
And the truth is that this is a good movie.
It really is.
This is worth seeing in the theater, you guys. And I know that people are shitting on this movie. People are, and the numbers are slowing down for it. But I really hope that this movie makes its money, because I think there's going to be 2 more parts. I think Dead Reckoning is supposed to be 3 parts.
I thought it was just supposed to be 2.
I thought that they were talking about it doing 3. It was either that or the Fast and Furious.
Well, Fast and Furious is supposed to be 3. The last movie is supposed to be 3 movies.
Yeah, as a Fast and Furious is supposed to be 3, Dead Reckoning is supposed to be 2, but I'd like this one to be 3.
If it stays on this level,
Vin Rhames and Simon Pegg would have been in it more. Yeah, I agree with that.
Agree. But would it mess with this pacing? Because the pacing in this movie is like, I mean, it's quick, and I dug it. It doesn't feel like a 2-3 hour movie.
Yeah. No, it doesn't. This is the longest of the franchise. I think the longest movie of the franchise. And my one and only caveat with this movie is that it's part 1, so it doesn't close. The one thing I love about the Mission Impossible franchise is that each movie has an ending. It closes, it finishes, it answers the questions. You get the whole shebang. That's the whole thing about Mission Impossible, is you think that they're going to fail, but that was their plan the whole time, and it all comes through in the wash. but it doesn't happen like that this time.
But this still feels like a completed movie, but there's just a little opening for the part 2 because I don't want to spoil it.
Well,
you know where
well,
something is.
It was no. I'm going to say that this ended better for me than Across the Spider-Verse did. I was not happy with how Across the Spider-Verse where it ended. I was happier with where this ended. I still can't give that full marks because I did not get the closure that I wanted. I got enough though to bide my time for the next movie. K-Man says Tom Cruise says he wants to make Mission Impossible movies until he dies. He's going to die on camera.
Like 80 years old, but that's only like 4 more movies, I think.
I think he is 80 years old. I think he's the second coming of Wolverine. I think he just has that healing factor. And
can you imagine how much it cost to insure him on those movies?
Oh, heck yeah! Especially since he's like, I'm doing the stunt.
Mm-hmm.
And there was an interview.
Space.
Yeah. No, yeah, he's going to the International Space Station. They're going to film.
Mm-hmm.
That's a different movie. I don't think that's part 2 of this. I think that's something else.
No, I thought it was Mission Impossible. He was going into space.
I might have read it wrong, but I thought it was a different movie altogether. It wasn't
had no
part
time
of
to make no other movies.
Yeah, he's doing something else, but yeah, he's supposed to film on the International Space Station. Got special permission and everything, so he's supposed to fly out there and film this movie. And
we have Scientologists.
Crazy. So yeah, my brother Mike is in the house.
What's up?
Was the tease in the ending credits?
There was no ending. It just ends. There's
no. There's no. Yeah, see, Kevin agrees. It's a different space movie. Yeah, I'm sure it's a different space movie altogether.
This fool does not have no time to make no other movies. He needs to just.
I don't know. He's got clones. He's got like Michael Keaton in Multiplicity. He's got like clones where you can do all kinds of different. That might be a Scientology thing.
It might be.
You can do cloning. But no, there's no post-credit scene.
Yeah. And I don't think it needed to be.
There hasn't been a post-credit scene or mid-credit scene in any of the movies in the franchise. So, in keeping with that tradition, they did not do anything in the credits. So, once the credit rolls, you guys can bail. You don't have to worry about that. I will spoil that for you because it is almost 3 hours and I needed to pee. So, I looked it up. I'm like, I got to pee. How much is there? No, there's no end credit. Great. I'm going to go pee. So, I left. Went pee.
But back to the end credit thing. This might be a hot take. I'm done with those end credits. We don't need those anymore. It's overdone. Every movie don't need it. I think it's wore off. It was cool the first couple Iron Mans, the first couple Marvel movies. I don't think you need it anymore.
Yeah, I agree. I think I dug it with the Marvel movies leading to Avengers to kind of when they're teasing how that's coming together. Get a little bit of Thanos, you get a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I was liking that. But even since Phase 4, I'm like, I don't need the end credit scene because you're not really hinting to something major coming that I want to be a part of.
Yeah.
Even the scenes are ridiculous. Yeah. Where you're like, okay, that doesn't make any sense to me. Caveman says the working title is the SpaceX project.
Real original.
Yeah. I'm sure they're going to come up with something else, Yeah. But yeah, he's going to realize that he can go EVA without any suit. He just walks out into space.
He's going to be running in space because he runs in every movie.
He's running in space with parachute. The parachute opens up in space and makes him go faster. But yeah, I can't say enough about this movie. This is one of my favorite movies all year.
This is my second favorite movie of the year. And
definitely in the top 5, Evan.
Yeah, it's bumped. Let me see what movie it bumped. For you, Evan. I gotta pull my Letterboxd.
So Caveman says there's some kind of feedback coming from my end too.
I am hearing an echo now. when you unplugged your thing, I started hearing a little bit of echo.
That's weird. Yeah, when I unplugged that headset.
Yeah.
Huh. I don't know why, but it wasn't. I'm plugging it back in. Hell with that.
Okay, Evan, here's my top 5 movies. If you're still here. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Mission Impossible 2. Hunger. Still a Michael J. Fox movie. Story. And A Good Person. Those are my 5 favorite movies of the year.
Nice. Spices says, "Did you all see this on IMAX or standard?" I had to see it on standard because I don't have IMAX close.
Yeah, I don't have if I had an IMAX that wasn't 2.5 hours away, I would have.
I wonder why.
Did you get these Mission Impossible steelbooks?
Yes.
See, I didn't like them. I think the slip covers, if they would have done the slip covers that they did for when they originally put them out on 4K, I thought those would have been better looking steelbooks. That's just my opinion. And how much were they? They're like under 25, right?
Yeah, they were 24. It was 24.95 or something like that. So you're right about 20. That's not too bad.
And they released them periodic. They didn't release them all at fucking once.
They released like 2 every week. So
that's like, smart.
I think that's the way to do it instead of like the whole thing. But yeah, I dug it. I like the steelbooks. So yeah, I've got the whole set.
Yeah, this is definitely worth seeing. Don't wait. If you're on the fence to go to the theater, go see this movie. Forget any other movie that's playing right now. Go see this movie. Go see this movie over Barbie. Go see this movie over Oppenheimer. Yeah, this is just a fantastic film.
Man, totally forgetting this. I forgot to talk about the budget and everything for Indiana Jones. I'm going to mention that now. So the production budget for Indiana Jones was $300 million.
Oof.
And it has just barely cracked that mark, making $303.9 million in the box office. So yeah, it is not going to make it.
Yeah.
Do you still hear the echo, or is that a little better?
I don't hear it.
Okay. Yeah, I plugged that headset back in, so I don't know what. Anyway, so Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1 has a budget of $290 million, so almost the same. Most of that is because of delays due to COVID or whatever that they had to wait to finish shooting it. In the box office so far, it's made $238.7 million. And yeah, I'm noticing that, people are shitting on it, and it's starting to die in the box office. And I'm really sorry to see that happen.
Yeah.
My only gripe is the MI-7 Steelbook doesn't match. Yeah, it won't. It's different style.
That pissed me off with Fallout when they released all those other ones. It's like, oh, those are beautiful slips. Then you give me this fucking piece of shit.
And you get fucking Fallout. And you're like, pfft.
Yeah.
My bro is over Indiana Jones.
I agree.
I get it. Caveman still hears it. I don't understand what's going on, Caveman. I think who else reported that? Was it? I don't think it was Evan.
It was Movie Hunter.
Movie Hunter said he was hearing it too. But yeah, I don't know. I don't hear it in my headset. I don't know what's going on, but I apologize.
Yeah, I don't know what it is either.
I don't know what I can do about it. Because
I don't
I got to say it's got to be StreamYard. I wonder if StreamYard's doing it, or because you and I are listening to it on StreamYard, everyone else is on YouTube or whatever. So maybe it's coming through.
That is true.
Maybe it's coming through that way. I don't know. But
so what is the budget for Mission Impossible, David?
I did tell you it was $290 million.
Oh, did you? I missed it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Must have been that. Problems with my microphone. But yeah, no, it is 290 million. Like I said, because of the
Oh,
production
yeah,
delay.
you did say that.
And then yeah, it hasn't quite cracked 240 yet, but I think it'll make its money. But I think regardless of that, they're gonna do another one.
Because like I was saying on Geeks and Flicks with Nate and Alex last night, I asked them this question, so I'm going to ask you this question too. Do you think Tom Cruise is the last true Hollywood megastar?
Megastar? No. Action star? Maybe.
Name one megastar that's on the level of Tom Cruise.
Okay, so
Beyond
what
action.
do you term as megastar?
Okay.
Like making the money in the box office?
No, I'm not talking about. I mean, he's a draw. Like people go whatever Tom Cruise is in, his name will put asses in seats every time. I can't think of one person that has the star power of Tom Cruise.
Yeah, okay, I see your point there. I mean, because I was like Denzel Washington for me, because I would be like, I'm already jonesing for Equalizer 3.
Mm-hmm. And I just added that to the list.
Yeah, I am like, dude, I totally
Nate said something, okay,
yeah.
And I'm going to agree with him. He said Denzel is an actor. He's a performer. He's an actor.
Yeah.
Actor.
If we're talking about that kind of draw, then yeah.
I don't see.
Is your other headphone still on like the other night? No, that headset is off. I've definitely got that set off. But that did mess with stuff. Spicy says it sounds fine to him. Caveman says The Rock and Vin Diesel maybe. And I'm like, I don't think they're on Tom Cruise's level.
No way.
I think, maybe 5 years ago, The Rock was on that level as a draw, but he's totally.
And
he's totally
The Rock is his time frame has been small. Look at Tom Cruise's.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, Rich is right. I agree with that. I do the way that you're putting it. Yes, I think Tom Cruise is the biggest draw in the box office right now.
Okay, no, okay. Just in case anybody,
I don't want to use the term megastar because I think there's many megastars that are better than Tom Cruise, but I don't look at just how much money you're going to make.
Okay, look at Maverick. Okay, let's say Maverick is a movie. You're not even call it Top Gun. We call it Maverick, and you throw whoever said The Rock, throw The Rock into that role of Maverick. No way that movie is successful as it was. You throw Vin Diesel in there, it's nowhere as successful. You throw Denzel Washington. I love Denzel, man. He is my dude. It would have never been as successful as it was. That's just my take, you know.
Yeah, no, I see your point.
Do you have a light on in your background?
Me, no, it's above me. Well, I have my
Is there anybody in
LEDs.
the room with you? Not to
No.
freak you out for a second. I don't know if I blinked and it looked like somebody walked behind you, like something went behind you.
Well, I do have a paranormal podcast that I do, so anything's possible. But no,
Like
no.
you have that box there. There's a box there, and it looked like something. I don't know if, when I blinked, it was just like an eyelash or something, but it looked like something moved past your that box back there.
Yeah. Well, let's see. But yeah, Mike says no echo on his end. And he says the fast name puts asses in seats. Marvel Studios name put asses in seats. And Caveman says not since Black Adam has The Rock been a draw.
I think before that.
I think before that too. Mission Impossible movies draw because of Tom Cruise. Yeah, I agree with that. I support that statement. But
That's a great scene too.
there's
The
some,
cinematography in this is fantastic.
some real fantastic shots here.
Yeah.
This is right before that motorcycle stunt, which just mind blowing, just epic. Nobody has done that
No.
in the movie. Nobody has done a stunt like that. And there's one
And it
story.
takes your breath away when you're watching. You're like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Even that the end. I don't. What should I say about that? The end train sequence when there's doing different levels of things. If you're trying to get what I'm saying, that was fucking fantastic. You're like, oh shit.
Yeah, and there's in that special feature that I watched on IMDb, and you guys can probably check that out without checking out the trailer. Haley Atwell talks about doing that scene and how they were doing it, and she was spent because they're actually like climbing these levels and doing stuff, and they called cut. Tom Cruise comes up to her and says, "You need chocolate," and then took her and gave her some chocolate, sat her down. They took a break for a little bit and then came back, and she wasn't going to say that she was tired. She was going to keep going. Tom Cruise like stopped everything and said, we're going to give you a break. Here's some chocolate. It was really funny because she's like, it was so neat that he just did that. She goes, "Yes, I need chocolate." But just interesting stuff. But and I can't remember who was the interview. Wasn't with Tom Cruise, but it was with somebody, and I don't know if it was Matthew McConaughey or if it was Ryan Reynolds or somebody. Oh no, it was Matt Damon. So the interview was with Matt Damon, and they're talking about Tom Cruise. Okay. And he's like, yeah. He goes, yeah, I went to this party and I was talking to Tom Cruise, and I was just like, because they were talking about how he does all these stunts. And it was in Fallout when he's running on the top of that building. Matt Damon was asking him about this, like, when did you, do this? How did you do this scene? And what was this all about? And blah, blah, blah. And he sits him down and he goes, "Dude, I've been thinking about this scene for 15 years. And I went to my safety guy and I told him what was going on. And he said, you can't do that. So I fired him and got a new safety guy." And Matt Damon goes, "Stop right there. If my safety guy said you can't do it, I'd be like, nope, can't do it. Just we're not going to do the stunt." And so Tom Cruise fires his safety guy and hires another one so that he can do the stunt.
That's awesome.
I thought that was a real funny thing. I caught it on, I think I caught it on TikTok or Reels on YouTube or something. But it was hilarious. I was like, oh my God, I need to mention that on the show because the stunts he does here are just phenomenal. I can't, and and he's getting up there in years too. I don't know how he does it. I honestly don't. I don't know if the Scientology thing, if they drink blood or what the deal. I don't know, but or if they stem cells or I don't know. It's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. Let's go to our highlights because there's a lot of them.
I went a little crazy.
You went a little crazy. I don't think I'm as bad, but I gave some 10s here too. Okay, so you gave 10s to the cast, acting, plot, script, cinematography, direction, music, and wild card. And I exhale. I gave 10s to cast, plot, cinematography, and wild card. I gave 9s to the story and the script. And then otherwise, this is a fantastic movie. Let's go to our final scores on Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1. IMDb gives us an 8.1. Rotten Tomatoes critics score 96%. Audience score 95%. Rich, you gave this a 96, and I gave it a 90 for a total average score of 93.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
I think that's just about the highest score we've given this year.
Yeah.
Really
It's well
close.
deserved. It's well deserved.
Yeah. I think it's amazing, but good show. I'm glad we're back.
Yeah.
This was a lot.
Episode number 28, but first episode of
the Faces for Radio.
Under Faces for Radio banner. Love it. I really do. And so next week we got another 5 movies.
Yep.
I'm going to read these off. So if you guys want to watch them, I hope you guys do. So you can come back in the chat and talk with us about them. We have They Cloned Tyrone, which is a Netflix movie, which debuts the 21st.
Yep.
We already talked about Oppenheimer. The Tutor on Netflix.
Yep.
We're going to have we were slated The Black Demon, but we're going to talk about that after the show. And Quicksand is available on AMC Plus.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to find a substitute for The Black Demon, hopefully. Those are our 5 movies.
Maybe that ends up being Sound of Freedom.
Yeah.
We'll see. If I get a chance to watch that tomorrow, we'll put Sound of Freedom in there.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I'm watching it on my big screen, so maybe it's that. I wonder if maybe the feedback's coming from there. From 2001 to 2010, Vin was a megastar, but not anymore. Yeah, and I think Rock was like
Maybe
2008, 2014 or something like that.
It was a short window.
It was a short window. The car chase scene reminded me of Pierce Brosnan's Bond handcuffed motorcycle scene with Lucy Liu. Oh, I remember that. I have dreams about that. Sent you a PM with the audio I'm hearing. Thanks, brother. I'll check that out. Like I said, I don't think I could do anything about it. I'll catch the beginning on the replay. Great from what I've seen so far. Thanks, man.
Thanks for joining us, K-Man.
Is it better than Across from?
There are 2
Across the
different types of movies.
Yeah. Score wise, not better for him, but better for me.
Yeah.
Wait,
I like Spider-Man.
I know you like Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I might. Yeah, no, I gave it the same score. Our total average score, though, was a 94. You gave Spider-Verse a 98, and I gave that a 90. So I am at a 90 for both Mission Impossible and Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
But I wonder if it is my highest score on this show. I score them differently for genre on the Lowedown pages, on Facebook and Instagram, things like that. But yeah, no, I think 90s was the highest. But for the genre, I gave Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning a 92 as an action movie. Okay, I think that's it. Let's
great show back.
Man, that was a lot. Did I get all my? Yeah, I did get all my video clips in. I got all my pictures in. So yeah, close it out. Again, you guys, thanks a lot for watching tonight. Really appreciate it. Went a little bit long. We're gonna tighten it up a little bit better next week.
We're our first day back after two
Yeah,
weeks.
first time back. We had a lot of theatrical releases to talk about. And I have to say, I am not firing on all cylinders, so I apologize for that. But yeah, next week we're back on Wednesday.
Yep.
6:30 Pacific, 8:30 Eastern, and also this Thursday we have Delon Movies coming in at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 Central for High Five where Dell has picked 5 of his favorite movies. We're going to have him score them live using the Lowedown format. So hopefully you can join us. We're gonna ask him the hot seat questions. That's going to be a lot of fun. And then next Thursday we have Harrison, really old movies. We're going to talk about his high five, and which he had a very unique format. I'm looking forward to talking
movies.
Yeah. We're going to talk to him about it. And then we've got Mike Masters from Something Awesome Podcast on August 3rd. And on August 10th, we've got Evan, Pop Culture 33, all for high fives. So that's great. After that, we're going to go on a monthly basis. I don't have anybody booked for September yet, but for October, we have 2. Well, I guess 3. So we've got Mika and Kira, the Double Trouble podcast. They're going to be on, and then we've got My Killer Podcast. Mel is going to be with us for a high five in October. We just got to iron out the dates.
Yeah.
So we'll have 2 shows in October for horror movies, and I think that's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm looking forward to it. Especially, I'm looking forward to Dell.
K-Man's looking forward to Thursday. Me too, brother. It's going to be Del. I had a blast on his show. I hope he has fun on our show. But yeah, he gave us a good variety of movies, and I'm going to like talking to him about it.
Yeah, and what a surprise when I actually liked.
Mike says August 3rd is going to be a banger. I'm really excited. I love ranking things and talking about movies. Well, good, brother. We're gonna.
That got yours done like 2 weeks ago. I had my weeks switched.
Yeah, he had his mic switched.
Yeah,
he switched his mics.
Yeah.
But that's okay. We'll keep it going. I'll try not to be so verbose. You don't need a 4-hour show. I hope not. But you know,
we used to go 4 hours.
If we go long, it won't be I'll just mute you. We'll just all right. You know, I'll get that Academy music that I can play over it while he's talking. That'll be funny. Actually, I think I got some music that'll work. Like, you know, we could just go.
There you go.
Figure out something. One of these. That'll be your cue to wrap it up, brother. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you to go home. But yeah, no, fun show, bro. I was really happy to do this. I'm glad we've got the new brand. I'm looking forward to really kind of excelling with that. And yeah, but I'll let you know about the hot seat questions off air. We'll kind of split that up where we're asking them stuff. And yeah, I think that is it. We are ready to go.
Let's get out of here. Thanks again, guys. Thanks for joining us.
I bet my buddy Rick wishes he could do that on our show sometimes. Yeah. Yeah. Great show. Thanks, Spicy. Increasingly getting louder. You know, that's me though. I'm raising my voice because I'm getting more and more excited about the upcoming episodes.
Yeah.
But all right. No more Killer Lily. No more ado. We're gonna get out of here. Take care, you guys. Be safe. God bless. Watch movies. We'll see you next week, Wednesday. And this week, Thursday, for Delon Movies. Until then, I'm Dave, and that's Rich, and we're out of here.
Take care.
Faces for Radio is out.